to the best week of the year. My name is Sean Druin. Check. I can yell if need be. There we go. My name is Sean Druin, and I am pumped to be your MC today. Surrounded by champions. We have local champions, international champions, national champions, all right behind me. And if that doesn't get you pumped up, then you should check your pulse. If racing doesn't get you fired up, then maybe this weather will. My goodness. Besides Monday, but we got through Monday, and it is going to be absolutely picture perfect to start the NTT IndyCar Series right here in St. Pete. Where else in the world, I need you to picture this, can you go? It's going to be 70 degrees, sunny, palm trees flowing a bit, cars going 200 miles an hour by a world-renowned theater and museum, right by 200-foot yachts with airplanes flying over. The answer is nowhere but St. Petersburg, Florida. All right, there's someone that also gets as jacked up about this race is me, and I get to call him Mayor. So please join me in welcoming our Mayor, Ken Welch.
Doesn't Sean have like the smoothest radio voice? I know I'm aging myself. Radio used to be a thing for some people. What a great day to be in the city of St. Pete as we come together to celebrate a real milestone, and that's 21 years of the Firestone Grand Prix in St. Petersburg. For over 2 decades, this race has been a part of the fabric of our city, a tradition that brings people together and showcases the very best of who we are in St. Pete. I'm honored to be joined by so many great leaders, by our council chair, Copley Gertis, and our city council today. Let's show them some love, please. And there's so many folks to thank. I just want to thank a few on the behalf of the city. I'd like to thank Kim Green and Kevin Savory of Green Savory Racing, to IndyCar, to RP Funding, to all the incredible drivers, and all the partners who make this event possible right on time every year. We love the construction happening in St. Pete, right, James Corbett? We love that sound. But they make this event possible year after year, and special thanks to the folks on our city team. Our entire city team works to make this happen. But I want to note Chris Balestra. Chris, this is your last year here, but you've done a great job. And is Tony Lino actually here or out there? There he is in the back. Okay, Tony, thanks for the great work you're doing. And our team does an incredible job of transforming our downtown into a premier racing venue quickly, efficiently, and safely every year. Now, over the years, this race has grown into a premier event for our city, one that attracts fans from all over the world, puts St. Pete on the global stage, and brings a powerful economic boost to our local businesses. But beyond the speed, the competition, and the excitement, the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg represents something even bigger. It represents the transformation of our city, and it also represents resilience. Through challenges, through change, through moments of uncertainty, our city has endured and excelled because of the dedication, vision, and work of so many. And this race is a powerful example of what we can achieve when we come together, when we commit to a high standard of excellence and community impact. So as we raise this flag today, we celebrate the past 21 years, and we also look ahead. Let's continue to embrace the race, the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Pete, as part of St. Pete's story, a story of innovation, passion, and perseverance. Y'all ready to race? All right, let's make it happen. And now I'm honored to introduce the chair of our city council, Chair Copley Gertis.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you everybody for being here. You know, for the drivers behind me, this is the race, right? It's the competitive, I want to win. And I totally get that, being a very, very former athlete. But this is more than a race. It's a community event. And I spoke about this at our last council meeting last week, and so quickly, even though Sean took some of what I was going to say, Sean, you and I are going to have words later. And so just imagine this for a second. You're in the Goodyear blimp, and you've got this view down of St. Petersburg, and you're panning from right to left, and first you see the historic gas plant. And by the way, I've always thought it was historic, but if you haven't seen the movie Raised, you need to go see it because it is historic. And then you pan left and you see USF St. Pete, Bayfront Hospital, Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital, this medical hub in St. Petersburg, the airport with planes taking off, a straightaway right next to it with cars going 200 miles per hour with grandstands filled with tens of thousands of people, right next to an iconic museum, the Dolly, a place for performing arts, the Mahaffey, a historic baseball stadium in our history in St. Pete that's now a soccer stadium in Alang, the St. Pete Yacht Club with our boating community next to the St. Pete Municipal Marina, tucked right up against the iconic and world-renowned St. Pete Pier, along Straub Park and our beautiful waterfront that we have protected since the inception of St. Petersburg, Beach Drive in our small business community, the iconic Vinoy Hotel, tucked right up against our beautiful historic Northeast neighborhoods. Now, all of this surrounded by the Winner's Circle in Weldon Way, one of our hometown heroes. And I'll tell you what, if you can't imagine that picture and understand we live in the best place in the world, you don't understand St. Pete. And so, Dan Weldon, historic hometown hero, enjoying this community event 21 years later, it's my pleasure to introduce the current hometown hero, Nikita Johnson. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the weekend.
Well, first I just want to thank everybody for coming out. I mean, it means a lot. I started this race 2 years ago. I didn't have a mustache. I was a lot younger. I won it the past 2 years. Hopefully we can win it this year. It's going to be a lot tougher. It's my first time in the car tomorrow, so very excited for it. I mean, I want to thank everybody from the mayor's office and everybody here, Green Savoy Racing, and then everybody for helping me get here. It's just been such a long journey up until this point, especially my dad and my mom, everybody around me. So just want to thank everybody for coming out. Have a great race weekend. Wishing Pato luck. I mean, the last time we did something together was 2019 Kart for Kids, which was super cool and super cool to see him again. So just can't wait to get this weekend started.
How awesome is it to have our local hometown hero, and we get to watch him move up the ranks. He was 14 years old, and we'd always joke, like, how can you drive a race car when you can't drive a car? But he just keeps doing it, and we feel like a proud uncle every time he wins and moves up, and it's just awesome to see one of our local kids doing it. This race obviously would not be possible without the countless employees, the volunteers, and obviously the race fans, but especially wouldn't be possible without the best race promoters in the racing industry. And before I bring them up, what makes working with them so special is how much they truly care about our city and our residents. Their entire team at Green Savoy Racing knows that at the end of the day, it's not about the dollars, but it's about the legacy that they leave here in St. Pete, a legacy their own kids and children will be proud of for decades to come. So they put their money where their mouth is. Over 21 years, they've donated nearly $500,000 to charities and local organizations right here in St. Petersburg. So it's an absolute honor to work with and call these two gentlemen friends of ours and partners in this controlled chaos. Please join me in welcoming Kim Green and Kevin Savory from Green Savoy Racing Promotions.
Man, that's a hard act to follow. Again, thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for the wonderful weather. I'll keep it very brief. This afternoon, party in the park. A lot of race cars down in North Straub Park, which is a fun event, followed by the 5K. We're raising money for the Police Athletic League again. Come run it. But also for 21 years, we've had a city that's supported our race. We've had city departments that work with us very closely. We couldn't do it without them. And we've had a bunch of fabulous volunteers. Some volunteers have been doing it for 21 years. And we've had two major sponsors, Honda and Firestone. So you can't get better than that. We've been very, very blessed with a great racetrack, a great location, mostly fabulous weather in the spring of St. Petersburg. So it's a fun event to put on. We have a fabulous team of people that do it, and I think we're going to have a great weekend. But I'd like to hand it over to Kevin, my business partner, and he's my bean counter.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. Obviously, there's a reason they call this the Sunshine City, right? So, you know, we're just so blessed. And again, there's so much credit to give, but think of the forethought of our city leaders and chamber and so on, that on Monday they delivered rain to wash the racetrack, wash our grandstands, and then this sunshine for our race weekend. So thank you, Mayor. Okay, counts perfect. Yeah, it's awesome. So again, they always share the credit. But anyway, we're just so excited to be here. 8 races over 3 days. I think it's about 12 and a half hours of Fox coverage between FS1 and Fox, unheard of. 200 countries around the world, and that's why really this is such an incredible public-private partnership, and it's something that Kim Green and myself were so proud of. You know, I can remember the day many years ago when Kim literally drew on a napkin how we could accomplish a build through Al Lang Stadium to satisfy some needs of the Rays. And again, it's that kind of cooperation that we've always expressed here in the city, working together to make things happen. And so again, I think for us, it's, you know, can do, and that's the attitude everybody has here. And again, we're just so looking forward to getting this thing rolling. Again, it's crazy to have some students here that obviously their futures are what we really need. So that's really cool. Thank you guys for being here today. You know, my field trips were nothing like that. I saw those kids out there this morning on the main straightaway, and I thought, man, what a gig you guys got. That's so cool. So anyway, thanks so much for being here. Again, Kim thanked Firestone, incredible partner. They've been here since day one. And again, just enjoy the weekend. Talk to you soon. Now it's my honor to bring up IndyCar President Doug Bowles, and also the president of the place, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And it all starts here for the road to the Indy 500. So welcome, Doug.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Mayor, Council Chairman, Councilors, Kim and Kevin. Mostly, I want to thank the people of St. Petersburg. You know, this is the beginning of 17 races for the NTT IndyCar Series, and it's highlighted because this isn't just a race. This is an event. And what I love about Kim and Kevin as promoters, every time I talk to them, it's not about the race. It's about how do we do something to make the community of St. Petersburg better? How do we do something that puts the community of St. Petersburg on an international stage so that we can tell the world what a great community this is? My wife and I have been coming here since 2005. We love to shop here. We love to eat here. This is something we look forward to. I got on the plane last night in Indianapolis on the Southwest plane, and you get on the plane and you see people after people wearing their St. Petersburg Grand Prix t-shirts from the past season. This is not a race. This is an event, and it's not because of the race. It's because of the way this community welcomes the NTT IndyCar Series. It is a second home for us. And when you look at that schedule, those 17 races that we have, there are 3 races that the drivers will tell you they want to win. The first is obviously the Indianapolis 500. Been going since 1911. In about 87 days, we'll be running the 109th running of the Indy 500. Another one is Long Beach. This year celebrates its 50th anniversary through the streets of Long Beach. But the other one right there is St. Petersburg Grand Prix. It does a lot of things. It sets the tone for the season. If you can win here, you know your season is going to be good and you've got a ton of momentum going forward. But it's because it's an event. They want to win. Our drivers want to win in places where it matters, and it matters here because you guys in St. Petersburg embrace us so well. You guys in St. Petersburg put your city on an international stage, but you put our race series on an international stage. Kevin talked about it. Fox is extremely important to us. Kate Davis, who's on our PR team, and I just sat down and talked about the number of times that Fox from a national level is going to be here in St. Petersburg talking about the Sunshine City and why if you're not here, you better tune in. And if you're not here, you better be here next year because this city is Race City. Thanks for having us. With that, I want to introduce a guy who's won 7 races in the NTT IndyCar Series, far and away I might get in trouble for saying this, but far and away the most popular driver we have, and somebody who I know when he wins celebrates like crazy, and he'd love nothing more than to win back-to-back at St. Petersburg. Ladies and gentlemen, 7-time winner, last year's St. Petersburg winner, Pato Award.
Thank you, Doug. Good morning, everyone. Always smiles coming back to St. Pete. I love this city. For those of you that know me, I am a massive foodie, so I'm a fan of a lot of restaurants that are by the pier and just around this community, so it's always a pleasure to be coming back. It's exciting times for IndyCar. I mean, you guys have seen what Fox has been doing for me, for other drivers in the series, for IndyCar in general. I mean, what they're doing is really phenomenal, and I think what we've seen in the last maybe 5 years of growth in IndyCar, I think we're going to see in the next 12 months. So it's amazing to be part of that. I want to thank the city of St. Pete for, their continued support, along with Green Savory for putting on this amazing event, and for all of you for coming out to cheer and support your favorite racing drivers. So yeah, we're happy to be here. I can't wait for this weekend. Hopefully, I get to celebrate at the track because I know I won the race on paper, but I didn't really get to enjoy it so much here in St. Pete. So I hope I get to do that on Sunday and go back to back. So just wanted to say thank you all, and look forward to getting this 2025 season going.
We look forward to champagne showers from you, Pato. Well, that's about it. Mayor, I think we got one more thing to do. Let's raise this flag. We're going to strike this podium. We're going to take a couple pictures with the flag. We'll do a photo ops, and then we'll raise the flag. So thank you, everyone, for being here. We appreciate it, and we'll see you at the races.